Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.
Hold on to your butts.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basement Monsters Game Day podcast on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm Ivan Vargas. That's Luke Nettles. And, man, you know what, dude? Like, I didn't want to call it that way, but that's pretty much how I saw it. That's pretty much how I saw this game panning out. I just, you know, I felt like there was a little more that the Packers could have probably added, but they just coasted. This was a Packers coast.
Yeah.
This was a coast win. A coast win. They just bow on top, like excuse me for the theatrics, just pretty bow on top.
Mm-hmm.
Send them into the final week of the season. See what they do against the hapless, or excuse me, the second week of the before the end of the regular season, and see what they could do. But I mean, the Packers got it sewn up. The Packers are done. Like, the Packers pretty much could say that this is a lock. We could go ahead and sit. You could rest players for the next 2 weeks if you want. You do not have to go ahead and rush anybody out by any means if you're the Green Bay Packers. And, you know, for a Bears fan like me, all I could say is those guys are the real deal.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, and they're the real deal with one wide receiver. One. Yeah, one. That's it.
One.
A running back, a quarterback, and a wide receiver. That's all they need.
But a receiver that knows where his quarterback wants him to be. A receiver that knows that this guy trusts him. No. You know relationships between receivers and quarterbacks, Luke.
For sure.
You know this. If the guy knows that my quarterback wants me to be here and he will give me the ball, he will be there.
Right.
Expect the ball. So for me, he's exactly where where he needs to be. Exactly where he needs to be. And it's just it's a benefit to him because Davante Adams is a good receiver. I believe without Aaron Rodgers. Without Aaron Rodgers, I think Davante Adams is a great receiver. But the fact that it's Davante and Aaron, the fact that it's them two, that makes it unbelievable.
Yeah, and then you come behind that, you throw Aaron Jones in the mix. Even Jamal Williams was eating today. So with Aaron Jones, like I said, the good quarterback, the good running back, the good receiver. That's all you really need. We're seeing that. And the thing, just to go back to the last game that we talked about, like, just think about that. What I just said: Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Davante Adams. Now it's just Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. If they put a killer back there as the running back, you know, Buffalo's good now. Imagine if their run game takes off and Josh Allen doesn't have to tote the load. Man, they are sitting pretty. But yeah, you know, Green Bay is, it's Aaron Rodgers. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Dude, look, 20 of 29.
How much more efficient do you want to be?
20 of 29, Luke.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
20 of 29 and nothing. He doesn't need to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
One touchdown, 143, one touchdown, no picks.
But wait.
Aaron, the second Aaron, was the man tonight, Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, like, do you see the trend? That, you know, like all these good teams, the trend is, you know, minus Kansas City because all they do is throw,
right.
And probably the Saints too, but. Like all the good teams, like let's talk about Tennessee. You know, it's Tannehill only throwing 22 times because he has a stud and Derrick Henry. It's the same thing in Green Bay. Rodgers, you just said he threw like what 22 whatever passes, 28 maybe, because he has a good running back in Aaron Jones. You know, that's what you need to be deep in the playoffs. Like, you got to have the guy, which we talked about at halftime. You got to have the guy, meaning the wide receiver, that the quarterback is comfortable with. You just talked about Davante Adams and how he can read Aaron Rodgers and they're on the same page. That's great. But when you throw a badass running back behind that, like you've got that defense guessing.
You got
I
him.
mean,
You got him going left and right. You got him thinking.
Right.
You got him thinking, hey, and it's not commitment. It's not commitment. It's not commitment. When you got a guy, and no matter what you do, let's say, because typically it's the defensive captain versus the quarterback, right?
Right.
Typically, you have a nose tackle or a defensive defensive linebacker calling plays because you want them, the guys in the middle, the guys in the center of the mix. You want them dictating where we go, shade left or right, whatever the defense is going to. You want those guys because they're right there, right where the origin of the play is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you want them there. But for me, man, for Green Bay, like, let's talk about Green Bay. For Green Bay, you just continue to have a line that just holds and a quarterback that knows where he needs to scramble to.
Well, he can also make things happen.
No. But when he makes things, he knows where he needs to scramble to make things happen.
Right.
It's not necessarily that he's play breaks down, boom, Aaron's out of the pocket, Aaron's on the loose,
right?
And there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
If he gets out of the pocket, trust me, if he gets out of the pocket, Green Bay has a package for what he should do for certain play. He knows where he needs to go at every single play, Aaron Rodgers. What? Like there's no way you could tell me that Aaron Rodgers didn't have a play for any situation within that last like 4 minutes. Aaron Rodgers had plays on top of plays on top of plays ready to be run. So it's like it's for a defense, it's so hard if you continue to make mistakes, if you continue to give freebies. It's so hard for a defense to to bounce back in a game where you have to play perfect. Like how do you expect an offense like the Panthers? Like let's be real, like the Panthers without CMC, you have Robbie Anderson, but without a running game, what the fuck are you?
Yeah,
what are you really without a running game? You're pretty much throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
What are you without a running game? So for me, it was Green Bay understanding they have Aaron Jones, understanding they have Devontae Adams, understanding they have probably the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have the GOAT. Like, look, Luke, I've sat here week in, like year in and year out.
Yeah.
From Favre to fucking Rodgers. From Favre to Rodgers, Luke. You sat for some of Favre. You sat for some of Favre. But for me, I sat for some of Favre and Rodgers. There's it's a different level of playing the game.
Well, it's also a different level of probably knowing talent. You know what I mean? Like they've had 2 quarterbacks in like the last 30 years. Like that's insane. Like that's like coach 10 years. You know what I mean? Like
different level of fucking dude. I'm telling you, like if you get when you get to that point where you understand the game more than the guy, more than the rookies, more than the 4th-year player that's there, more than the you know what I mean? Like you could start picking out who knows what on certain defenses. You could start calling them out as a quarterback as you run your defense. So for me, Aaron Rodgers, just like masterful at what he does because he knows, you're going to go there? You're going to go there? Okay, it might fucking work. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Because like it's so important. It's so important to understand how well Aaron Rodgers plays a game. So important to understand how he dissects your defense. It should piss you off that your defensive coordinator or your defensive scheme can't cover for Aaron Rodgers. It should piss you off because he's that good.
I know, and I'll tell you the snafu to all that. It's and this is we see it across the league. Like sometimes, man, you know a quarterback can do something, but the coach isn't doing it. And this is where I'll give the Green Bay and with LaFleur coming in and having Aaron and then draft, all that good stuff, whatever it is. Screw all the draft stuff, but they go into each play with probably like who knows, maybe 6th place. Like LaFleur is saying, hey, A, B, C, and Rodgers thinking, all right, cool, but it's not A, B, C, it's D, E, F. You know, I mean, like you basically have 2 coaches, one on the sideline and one on the field. Like that, you have a major advantage at that point. Like you saw this with Peyton Manning, you know, with Tom Brady in New England. Like you saw these guys that went out there, and it wasn't just a coach or a coordinator calling plays. It was guys changing plays at the line, moving things, like just I mean, literally, it's like you could have an offense coordinator, a head coach, and another coach on the field playing quarterback. Like that's the fluidity and the cohesiveness you need as an offense in order to be able to push. And Green Bay has it.
Green Bay has it, point blank. The thing is that I feel like the time is up.
It's close.
The time in Green Bay is literally this close, like small, like the smallest. I can't get any smaller. It's that close to being broken up.
I agree.
The thing is that they have a guy that understands everybody's defense, that can go ahead and talk to guys from different, like honestly, from every walk of life. He's relating to, like, they literally rotate people in and out in Green Bay. That's a thing that I envy about the Green Bay Packers.
They can make it happen with nobody.
I'm a Chicago Bears fan. Luke, you're a Bucks fan. You're an old school Chicago NFC Central fan. You know, when we had the Bucks, when they were a 5-team division, you're old school from this, so you understand.
Yeah, no, I get it.
The Packers is a fucking must.
You got to.
You have to. You have to. You understand. I understand. There's people out there that understand, but for some reason, this regime right here doesn't understand that beating Green Bay pretty much shows you're in. It seals the deal to a playoff spot. Mm-hmm. Why aren't you focusing on beating the teams in your division and building a team that is defensive oriented, that can control the clock, and it has a quarterback that's not going to screw things over to win in the playoffs and beyond? Why can't you figure that out? You're the cornerstone franchise. Cornerstone franchise. You're the team. Mm-hmm. Why is a quarterback the biggest problem? Why is a quarterback? No. Luke, I know. I understand, dude. I understand. No. Trust me.
I want to laugh so hard.
I don't care if you unleash, because like this, I'm going to go ahead and put it out first. Why are you not focusing on that one position, the one position that you can't get right?
That's what I'm saying.
Why can't you get it right? Why, George McCaskey? Why can't you get it right? No matter who you put out there, within the 2000s, from 2000 to 2020, or 2020, 2021 even.
And beyond.
Nobody has been able to go ahead and figure out the quarterback question. So why can't you? After Sid Luckman has been gone for how many years? How many years? Why do I have to refer? Look, I'm a 31-year-old man on my way to 32, and I love this team since my birth. Why do I have to look to Sid Luckman, who I've never watched play down in my life, to look for a competent quarterback? Tell me that, George McCaskey. Tell me that. Why do I have to look for that?
No, I get it. I get it. You know, like I said, I'm a Bucks fan, so I know about having your ass handed to you. Like, I'm a Bucks fan with Hardy Nickerson days, like way back, creamsicle shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it. Like, I know. See, you're just now going through it. We've been going through it for years.
You told me,
2003 was our pinnacle.
You've told me, and like you can't tell me I'm wrong. We both. I have admitted that the Bears and the Bucks franchise, they're literally like they're step and step.
Yeah, it's eerily close.
They're eerily close.
Yeah, it's crazy because, you know, Tampa had a good defense for a couple years. They almost went to the Super Bowl like 2 or 3 times before they went to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
You know, so you know, and that's
hey, Bert Emanuel caught it. Bert Emanuel caught that fucking ball. I caught it in the Edward Jones Dome. I saw him catch that ball.
Yeah,
Bert Emanuel caught it.
Yeah, you got it. But you know what I mean? Like, so I understand the pains of the Bears. I agree with everything you've said. But like I said, you know, like I think Sean or somebody was on this or whatever, and I was just like, dude, listen, I'm dumping everything to get a quarterback. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I'll take a quarterback with a decent line. But if I could beef that line and make that quarterback better, but see, this is the thing that the Chicago Bears have done. They've screwed themselves so hard. Nagy and Pace and whoever the other guy is up above Pace, but. I told you about this last year and even this year early that like with the whole Trubisky thing it was going to backfire. It was going to totally backfire. Trubisky was going to come back in. Nagy's gone. Pace is probably like it. Your organization right now is straight. It's laughable. I mean, it's laughable. It's laughable. If Chicago doesn't do everything that they can to get Dak Prescott in the offseason, then Chicago. They don't want to win. You know why? No. Because I was just talking about this outside here. Chicago is a city that is notorious for people showing up even though you suck. They've done it for 108 years in Wrigley. I'm not going to argue with it. They do it with the Bulls now.
I'm not going to argue with it. First of all, we haven't done it. I didn't do it for 108 years. I did it for some years. So fuck you. But anyway. I get what you're saying. The Bears are on that. They're on that route, dude. They're on that route. The Bears are on that route.
But hey, welcome to the owners of your team. Like you know, and sometimes I feel like everybody gives like Pace and whoever the other dude is above him and Nagy all the grief and all the grief. But you know what? It boils down to the fucking McCaskies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't sit there and say, oh, he's a bad coach, he's a bad general manager, he's a bad this. You hired these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to like get loose like that, but
no.
But like you hired these guys. You have to understand. You have to understand. I feel like, I mean, and I know this is probably going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. I feel like John Fox got a raw deal. Is it with him and Big Fangio? Come on, man.
Luke, have I not been saying for the past couple of weeks, if the Bears, like looking at it now,
right?
The way Nagy all of a sudden, we found our identity.
Oh yeah, you did. Where outside on
when it was always there to run the football. Oh, I found our identity. We found our identity.
No, what he's really saying.
When it was you went ahead and traded Jordan Howard off. You cast Jordan Howard off when you never needed to.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you found your identity after you ditched the play calling and gave it to Bill Lazor to be the cop out. Now your offense is finding some fucking rhythm. Now you want to be the voice of it? Kiss my ass. All right. Look. Regardless of what happens, Luke, if the Bears make the playoffs, if the Bears win a playoff game,
they won't.
No. But let's go to the extreme because you know how we think.
Okay.
Like, you know how we think.
Let's go.
Let's go to the extreme. Let's say they get the wild card, right? They lose. Everybody has to go. Still, everybody has to go. Still, there's no scenario unless you get to the Super Bowl where I keep both my general manager and my head coach. After the underachievements that they brought, there's no way that I would bring both of them back, knowing that they didn't do the most that they could for the quarter. Well, at least one of them couldn't do the most that they could for the quarterback that we drafted number 2 overall, regardless of skill.
Traded for number 2.
Regardless of skill, they didn't do shit to help him out. So that alone bothers me.
Yeah. Well, I don't care if the Bears win the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit. Everybody's got to go. I'm sorry. I don't care if they win the Super Bowl. That's a luck thing. Everybody's got to go.
Trust me, I'm on the same page.
Hey, take the note from the Bulls. Clean house.
Clean house. Get him the fuck out of here. Like
that's what it is. That's what it is. Bring somebody in. Bring somebody like you know. I'm a big fan because I brought this up. We talked with Phil on the Tape Never Lies about it. Dude, I'm all for a stellar coach that can handle the GM and coaching responsibility, and then a VP. Get you a good football guy at a VP. But like I feel like that coach in Chicago needs to have those reins because if those reins are given to somebody else, it never works out well. It has to be somebody that can come in, take the reins, and be like, listen, let me do my thing, and let me build. But you all at the same time. You got to give that guy, you got to give him a little bit of room. You got to give him a couple years, whatever. The defense is still good, but a couple, like I guarantee you, one more season of this kind of season, that defense is going to be obliterated. People are going to be looking to leave every chance they get. It comes down to the front office has to be solidified, and they have to be cohesive. They have to, like it's got to be a cohesive environment. It can't be like one guy saying, "Hey, I think that's great," and everyone else just agreeing. Let's
bring it down because trust me, dude. Trust me, we're gonna get into a lot more of this. We're gonna get to a lot more of this.
Yeah, we'll go deep. We'll go deep. I mean, we'll go deep.
So tomorrow we got the Bucks, we got the Bears, we got a couple more games. I mean, like I said. Championship Saturday mixed with the NFL was just kind of crazy to me, man. I was a little upset. I was a little upset that my focus had to be taken away, even though the Irish got their asses whooped.
Yeah.
I was still kind of upset my focus had to be taken away. But what it is, what it is. Until tomorrow, bro, like, hey, let's hope for the best. Like I said, this has been the Basement Monsters Game Day podcast. On Sports Zone Chicago, I'm Ivan Vargas. That's Luke Nettles. We'll see y'all we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Mañana.
Bucks Falcons, Bears Vikings. This is gonna be the shit, dude. I've been waiting for a week like this because if you lose, you're screwed. If we lose, we're screwed. If we
we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. I promise.
You think you're gonna lose to the Falcons?
Yeah.
We'll save it for tomorrow. All right, guys. Until tomorrow, this has been the Basement Monsters Game Day podcast on Sports Zone Chicago.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.
Hold on to your butts.